About a week since those hurricane force winds whipped through Utah, toppling trees and power lines and cutting power for hundreds of thousands of Utahns. This morning, we're speaking with Jeff Haney, spokesperson for the Canyons School District, about how they dealt with that major storm and power outage. Jeff, what a week and a year it has been.
Yes, good morning. It has been quite a year. When we released school for the soft closure in March, we were doing so in the middle of a pandemic. Then we had an earthquake, and now we head back to school and there's hurricane force winds. If there's anything to be learned from this, it's we can get through anything if we pull together.
Absolutely. That is a great lesson. So I understand you had to completely cancel 3 different schools for about a day and a half. Can you walk me through making that decision?
Yes, looking out the window this morning, I'm so glad we didn't see storms like we had last week. Now, across our district, and we have 50 schools and programs, we had 3 that were in an area that there was an extended power outage. So we weren't hit as hard as many of the other school districts that had to shut down their operations altogether for a few days, but we still had to make the decision to close school for half of Tuesday and all of Wednesday at Albion Middle School, Quail Hollow Elementary School, and Brookwood Elementary Schools.
Got it. Okay. And so in closing, you guys take so much into consideration when you decide to close. Can we talk about like feeding students who need it if they can't get to their own campus?
Absolutely. So this is important. We don't want anybody to go hungry. So students, they could get food at any of the other Canyons district school. And as a reminder this year, all breakfast and lunches are free for students. There's not a need to apply for the free and reduced price lunches. We've received a federal grant to provide this service to the community. So if indeed we have this again in the future and we have a school community shut down for some type of a reason, students can get food at another Canyons district location.
That is incredible. I'm sure it just must feel so good to have that freedom to be able to feed all of your students and not have to worry about the money behind that with that federal grant. You mentioned, moving forward, what are you taking from this disaster to kind of prepare for the next one? I'm sure you don't want to think about it, but we kind of have to.
Absolutely. It taught us the importance of why we need to be a one-to-one district, focusing on ensuring that all students have connectivity at their homes, that they have Chromebooks at their homes, so that in a disaster, in a future snow day, we could possibly pivot to online learning. Now, of course, we're not there just totally. We're not there yet. But we aim to be, so that if there ever had to be a time when students had to stay at home, we are prepared to go all online overnight.
Okay. Jeff, can we transition just for the last few seconds that we have here? How are you feeling this school year is going? Do you feel like students are really adapting to kind of masks and the social distancing standards right now? Do you feel like parents are adapting well?
What we're hearing from our teachers and from our staff, from our employees, is that students are doing an amazing job, and parents are doing a phenomenal job too, doing their morning checks of their students to see if they have symptoms of COVID-19 before they head out the door to go to school every day. This is a school year unlike any other. We face a lot of challenges, but we've seen that, students are resilient and they want to be in school and they want to be there. And so they're going to follow all the safety precautions that we've put in place so that they can stay in school.
I think I've seen students are the best at this. They're the best at adapting. If we just follow their lead, we'll all be okay. Jeff, thanks so much for being with us this morning. We'll have more information for people on our website, abc4.com/GMU. Thanks, Jeff.